It's the opening night and they're lighting the lights. The orchestra is tuning to make sure they sound right. It's time to start our show tonight.
So where did the idea originate from? So where's it all come from?
Well, generally the module we're told to create a festival that runs for 3 weeks, and it runs along 5 major shows which we choose, and then also a fringe like festival, a bit like the Edge of the Fringe, where we have like loads of workshops or like flash performances that go on as well.
Okay, you said it's 5 productions.
Yeah, this year we've got 5 productions. We've got Frankenstein, which is the Nick Deer creation one. We have Baron Flim Flam, we have Makin the Narcoleptic, Them and Kids in Blankets.
Hello, my name is James Anders and I'm directing Frankenstein as part of the Makin Theatre Festival. Well, originally the script was created by Nick Deer. It was put on in 2011 at the National Theatre. Danny Boyle directed it and it was really successful. I came to the scripts just earlier on, well 2014. I was reading it just as part of my uni course and I really fell in love with it. It's a really different version to the version of Frankenstein people are used to. So the creature in this one has a voice. He's never referred to as a monster. He's a main character. The story is all his story, his suffering, what he goes through.
Well, we had to do auditions. I auditioned for a few shows and then to put your preference, and I got cast in this brilliant show. And to my surprise, I got cast as the creature, which was a surprise because it's a male part and I'm not a male, but I was very lucky to get it.
We did a few auditions, so we had Baron Flim Flam, Slaughterhouse, then Kids in Blankets, all the other productions. Went to all the auditions and then a week, maybe 2 weeks later, I got the phone call off James saying, "Hi Lee, I want you to be in Frankenstein." And the minute I was on that phone, my heart just sank. And he was like, "I want you to be Victor." And I was like, oh my God. And I ended that phone call and I was just like, oh my God, like, what do I do now? So my first point of call then was just to read the play as soon as possible. My missus is a literature student. She's a huge admirer of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein anyway. So I went to her and was like, look, I've just been cast as Victor Frankenstein. Any tips or tricks? And then we just started working really, started making a character profile, that sort of thing.
Really enthusiastic cast. With it being our final year in uni, I think everyone's just really excited to finally put something onto the stage that can go a bit further than just a few people seeing it. I mean, we've sold out both nights now. So it's been really good energy in the rehearsal room. Really fun. There's a real family feel in there. We've all known each other now for 3 years. We're all a really close-knit group, so it's really comfortable working together.
My personal reaction, I've never seen anything like that. It was absolutely out of this world. It's been generally quite positive from everyone. They received 2 standing ovations both nights. It was just like incredible acting, so yeah.
They're really good. Everyone part of the show has been really professional. Everyone's just really good at what they do and really good makeup team. It's a bit scary, isn't it?
It's a bit frightening, yeah.
Just a bit less scary than me when I'm hungover, so.
It's not far off, is it?
My name's Lauren Dixon and I'm co-directing Makin the Narcoleptic. So it's about a guy called Makin who has post-traumatic narcolepsy and he's trying to deal with all of that. He's in hospital and he's trying to deal with it, meeting new people who shape into who he's next to become.
Is it an original idea, is it?
Yeah, it was.
Who came up with the idea?
Andy was shopping for aubergines at the time and it just popped into his head, so yeah, we just worked with it.
Did you co-write it as well?
Yeah, it's been a devising process, so everyone's been involved. So what it was at the beginning is completely different to what it is now, because like everyone's just been involved in it and getting it up. So yeah. Chaotic, but no. 2 days before the show and it all got changed, so we're just trying to like throw things together, but no, it's really good. Everyone's pitching together and it's going really well.
And so what are you enjoying mostly about this experience now?
Probably, I don't know, somewhere I can use my like OCD organisational skills. Like, I'm such a control freak and it's nice to be able to like pour it into something productive and creative and like see everyone thrive. from this as well.
It's just great to see all of our year's work. We've all worked so hard over the past 3 years, and we get to produce our own shows. Some of my friends have written things. James, who's our director for this, is his first time directing a proper show, and he's really come into his own. It's just really nice getting to experience other people's work and us to just do what we've been doing for 3 years and culminate into one big final showing of things.
Oh, it's thrown me right in at the deep end. I'd never directed for stage before, so the festival itself has facilitated me in the fact that I've got a venue. It helped me with my auditions for the cast, publicity, even doing this right now. They've really given me a lot of opportunities to get my work out there. They designed a website so that all the tickets could be sold, and it was ordered. It wasn't people throwing money at me or phoning me up asking for tickets. So it's really helped me. It's also given me an insight into how professional theatre works. So I know if I do manage to get into that, I'll know how to use those sort of backings, how to use that sort of facility to help with the show.
At the moment, I'm just putting as many fingers in pies as possible. So at the minute, I'm just going to do acting, but I'm really interested in set design, lighting effects, just all avenues of TV and film in particular, more so than theatre, but the greatest actors all come from theatre anyway. So.
When I first came to university, I was really passionate about acting, but going through, I mean, there's so many opportunities in this course, especially at John Moores, to try different routes. That when I started directing, I did a project in second year. I directed a piece of TV drama. I just really fell in love with it. It's nice watching something come on, creating something, and then watching other people enjoy it. So I really do think I'm going to pursue that.
Cool. So I asked the other guys the other week, what are you hoping to get out of this yourself?
I guess more of a administrative part of myself, because like I've not really done anything like this, and it's kind of pushed me to like use all the things that I've learnt during the 3 years that I've been here, plus all the stuff that I've done like GCSE A level. It's like nothing that I've ever done before. It's kind of given me a voice as well. I didn't really speak to most people in my year group until this year, and it's nice to see like the level of respect and professionalism that we can all bring together for a festival.
I'm not too sure. Just keep making theatre, keep writing things. It's been a really good experience to like start making new things and working with interesting people. It's just nice to kind of have that creative freedom. So just keep on doing that.
Just my organisation, to work on such a huge scale productions where, like the sort of production where you go backstage and someone will do your costume for you, it's kind of new to me, because in university you source your own costume, you source your own makeup, your own props. But whereas when you're coming off stage, you've just done a scene and someone rushes over the costume with you, and you just stand there, you feel like a god, and you're just like, oh, everyone's got all their jobs, and that's great. And it made me develop so much as a character. James has been incredibly supportive with me, so I'm just really excited now to get it. Yeah, hopefully tonight can go well.
Well, I'd like to be an actor. It's a very hard profession. Got to just keep going at it and trying your best. But it's what I'd like to do. I'd like to do something within drama and theatre, anything really. Own theatre company or just being involved in it. And it's a really good place, Liverpool, for theatre. So I'm going to stay here and just try and waitress a bit, see what happens.
We took a walk on a beach, along the harbour, climbed the hill above the bay.
Hi, I'm Tom Spence, and I'll be performing right here in New Brighton at the Floor Pavilion Theatre, headlining in my own show, An Evening with Tom Spence, on Saturday the 14th of May. The concert is a real sort of milestone in my career. I've been performing in the Theatre's Blue Lounge for the past few years at Christmas time, and it just came to a point where we decided to book the main theatre to put on a real special night. I've got a full band, I've got a string quartet, the Leos Strings, who are playing. And I've also got a local choir, the Pop Fox Choir. They're a 70-voice choir. They're going to be backing me and singing a couple of songs themselves. So it promises to be a real special evening.
To see the world the way I see it now. Oh, I never saw blue like that.
The show is going to feature lots of different genres of music, lots of new contemporary songs. We're singing a song by the band Elbow, we're singing some David Bowie, and of course some musical theatre songs, Phantom of the Opera, Les Miserables. But it's all going to be performed in my own style, with the piano and the band, with the wonderful string quartet. So there really is something for everyone at this show.
Across the sky, around the world, you've given me all.
Yeah, the date is Saturday the 14th of May and the show starts at 7:30. And tickets are available from the Flora Pavilion box office on 0151 666 0000 or visit the Flora Pavilion website. You'll find it on Google, or you can visit my website, which is www.tom-spence.com. Hope to see you there.
Never saw blue like that.
Welcome back. A few weeks ago I spoke to Daz Crawford. Now Daz is an actor. He's from the UK but he now lives in West Hollywood. Now Daz has been in films such as Blade 2, he's been in a James Bond film, and he's actually featured in the new Jungle Book film that's coming out soon as well. So I asked him, I said to him, like, is there any advice you give to actors who are looking to go to America, who want to work on the stage when we're on the screen? And here's what he said.
It sounds like, obviously, you know, by going to like America, you really are like living a great life, and you get some really cool jobs, and some. It sounds like a lot of fun. You're traveling all over the world as well.
Yeah.
But say, obviously, being from Liverpool, is there like any advice you would give to actors like in Liverpool who? You know,
oh wow, advice.
I know.
Right, is the one
Do's and
main
don'ts,
thing
you know.
that people forget being an actor, and it's not like I was born to be a thespian. I fell into it by accident and found that I found something that I love to do, and I'm also a realist, and as an actor, as an artist, only so many people can be successful for there to be any value. For example, if the typical person who's not an actor who watches movies, like the person who goes to watch these movies, if I were to say to you, name 1,000 actors, you couldn't. You could probably name 50 at a push. There are at any one time in LA, there are 300,000 actors at any one time. That's not to say that's all there is. That's because people are leaving all the time, and people are joining, the line, getting in the queue. And there are roughly 300 jobs available at any one time. Of those 300 jobs, 150 might be for women if you're a guy, and vice versa if you're a girl. Of those 150, you may fit 5 of those breakdowns. Of those 5 that are all at casting offices, if your agent doesn't know that casting office or that casting director, you don't even get in the door. But for every job that you've seen me in, I've probably gone for 100 auditions for other things that I haven't got. You're only seeing the end result. So
of course,
my advice, the main advice, I'll say it now and I'll say it at the end, you must enjoy the journey. Because it's not about being a celebrity, it's not about making it, it's about enjoying what you do, and if you make it, that's a bonus. You know, I have an ambition, I have a goal, I have a dream of what I want, but whether I get it or not, I don't know. People may look at my CV and go, you've done tons of stuff, I said, yeah, but that's not where I want to be. Maybe to somebody else they'd be happy with it, but I'm not. I want more. But it's about enjoying the journey. It's about being thick-skinned and a lot of rejection, and you have to be able to be rejected and not take it personally, because there are a lot of reasons why you won't get a role. And I've produced 2 movies, so I've been on the other side of the camera as well.
Yeah.
And for example, can you imagine if you're the actor or actress, excuse me, and you go for an audition, and I'm sitting there behind the camera. I was the reader, actually. So over a weekend we had 120 girls come in, 60 a day, and of those 120 there were 5 girls that we thought were suitable for the role. We just knew that we wanted 2 different looking girls, a black girl and a blonde girl, an Asian girl and a ginger girl. It's just 2 girls, but just with different looks.
Yeah.
So we picked 2. We picked the Mexican girl and a blonde girl. Now the other 3 girls were just as good as the 2 that we picked.
Yeah.
But they don't get a phone call saying, "Oh, hi, just let you go. You didn't get the role, but you were just as good as the other girls. You were just as talented, but you didn't get the role." They'll never know why they didn't get the role.
Yeah.
So when you don't get a role, don't take it personally. There's lots of other reasons why you won't get it. You know, you look like the lead, or you're pretty, or you're good looking, you're too good looking, or you're too tall, or you're too small. There's lots, you know, you might be the most talented person that walks through the door, but you don't get it because of sort of another reason. So never take it personally, and you have to be able to let it go. So many people go for an audition and then they put all their eggs in one basket and they're praying and praying and praying for this job, and then they don't get it and then they get disappointed. I would say go for your audition, do your best, and then go in for your audition. When you walk out the door, move on. Just forget about it. If you get a phone call, you booked it, great. You never get a phone call if you don't book it anyway. So you've got to be able to let it go. Coming to LA, the biggest tip is to be realistic. Don't get sucked into the BS of the industry. I came here 14 years ago. I rented a small apartment with another guy. I'm still in the same apartment. I've never moved. You can go and rent a big flashy apartment, but your money's going to go very, very quickly. So don't, just live relatively frugal. In fact, when I first came here, it was only 14 years ago, it wasn't long ago, I paid myself $100 a week. That was £66 a week I paid myself. Because I wanted to last. I didn't want to just come here for 6 months and hope I was going to get a big role in 6 months.
Of course, yeah.
Don't save up £10,000 and come over here thinking it's going to happen. We have a saying in Hollywood, which is, it takes 10 years to be an overnight success. And all that means is you're building your resume over the years, and eventually something will come. And it roughly takes about 10 years. You may be lucky and get something very, very quickly, but you can't rely on that luck. You have to prepare, like any job. A doctor, a pilot, anybody. It takes years to become good at something. So you have to be prepared for the long haul. But again, I'll always say to you at the end of it, you've got to enjoy the journey. You've got to, because, for example, if you arrive on day 1 and 10 years later you get to where you want to be, but you were so focused on it, you missed 10 years of your life.
Exactly.
Try and focus on this goal. Now, you could, on another scenario, you could go, you arrive on day 1 and 10 years later you're still trying to get what you've gone for, and you haven't got it. You've missed 10 years of your life.
Exactly.
So you've got to enjoy acting. You've got to enjoy the fact that you won't get the job. You've got to enjoy the fact that you don't have a lot of money. You've got to enjoy the fact that it's extremely difficult and there's a lot of competition. You've got to enjoy all these things that go with it.
That's great.
It's great having a dream. But if everybody was successful, if there were 300,000 actors in Hollywood successful, then there'd be no value. It wouldn't be worth it.
That's true.
So, when somebody unfortunately moves on, retires, or kicks the bucket or whatever, another actor can move up. It's not like everybody, because everybody wants something in LA. Everybody, it's a shallow industry. It's fickle. Here today, gone tomorrow. You don't know when your next job's going to come in. I haven't had the luxury of a family where they could support me. So you need to find a way to support yourself. And when people say, oh yeah, they're all bartenders, believe me, it's as hard to get a bartender job out here as it is to become an astronaut, because the bartenders out here, first of all, are exceptionally good. I've never seen bartenders so good before. They do earn very good money because it's a tipping city.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, these bartenders are earning $200, $300, $400, $600, $700 a day each in tips.
Yeah.
But they're really good at it. But on the flip side, it's very hard to get a bartender job because all the actors want bartender jobs, and they may start as a busboy at the beginning, and then when a waitress leaves, that busboy can become a waiter or waitress, and then when that waiter leaves, when a bartender leaves, then you can get their job. So it's kept very in-house. It's very difficult to get jobs. So if you need bread and butter money, you need to find, because as an actor, it is a luxury job. You don't know when you're going to get paid again. You don't know when you're going to get any more money.
Yeah.
You know,
that's why I gave up.
Yeah. So you don't know. So and it's not like a stepping stone like is in a normal job in an office where the longer you're in it, typically you could get promoted and promoted. It doesn't work like that. You know, you do a big job, a little job. It's up and down, and then eventually, you know, somebody's watching you at home, a decent director or producer or something, so goes, oh, I want that person. But the only way you can get there is by doing your co-stars and your guest stars on the TV shows to start with. So there's a lot intricate. You know, it's all kind of linked together. But you've got to be a realist. You've got to be a realist. Okay, to have a dream, you've got to be real about it.
Daz, it's been absolutely great talking to you, honestly. It's been a really nice interview. I can't believe half an hour has gone. Like, this is crazy, isn't it?
It's quick, yeah.
Mate, I'm going to go to bed now because it's nearly 8 o'clock. It's been a long day. Brilliant. No, but thank you for taking the time to do this, and I do appreciate it, man.
No problem. It's been a pleasure.
Brilliant. Right, enjoy the rest of your day, mate, all right?
Yeah, you take it easy, all right?
Yeah, take care. All right, see you later, bud.
Bye.
Hi, my name's Lizzie Taker. I'm the curatorial coordinator here at FACT. So the new exhibition that we're going to have starting on the 8th of April is called Scouse Roots, Art That Makes Itself. It's by Brown and Son, who are a father-son duo of artists who are making art using computer code and digital reproduction. I think this exhibition is really important for us because it shows Liverpool's history in this kind of art, digital art, something that's now very apparent in our creative industry, something that Liverpool's making a lot of. So I think it's really interesting for people to kind of come and get a historical sense of digital art, not just being something that's very contemporary and modern, but something that has a very long history from the 1950s and the 1960s onwards. So if you want to find out any more information about it, you can go to our website, fact.co.uk, and look at the upcoming events. There'll also be some information coming out on our Twitter and all of our other social media outlets.